Hi everyone, today I'm going to do my kale rainbow salad. It's a salad that I eat often for lunch. There's a lot of variations to it and I want to show you the basics today. So as you can see here, I have some delicious Latino kale. I love this type of kale. It's really delicious. I have some red cabbage, and what I do is that I slice it with the mandolin so it becomes very, very thin, and I love the texture that it gives in the actual salad. And then I have carrot that I love to grate. It's also a great way to eat it into a salad and it adds tons of color. I'm going to put chickpeas in my salad, and I'm also going to do a sort of vegan nut parm with the nutritional yeast and with some pecans, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I've toasted my pecans. They're very warm right now and I'm going to chop them. I could have chopped them before toasting them. It would have been easier, but it's okay. I can handle them. I will use my knife and I leave them in coarse pieces. I don't want to chop them too thinly. So I have 1/3 of a cup of pecans, toasted pecans, and it's very important that they're still warm at this point. And I'm going to mix them into 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. And I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and that will give it that nice salty texture. So I'm going to grab a spoon and I'm going to mix all of this together. So because the nuts are warm, they're really sticking to the maple syrup, and the nutritional yeast is also really sticking, and it's gonna make a really nice topping for the salad. So now we're going to assemble the salad. So for the kale, I usually like to remove the coarse stems. I find that it makes it more delicious. I prefer the texture that way. So it's really easy. You just take all of the leaves and you just rip it off. And then with my kale, I like to slice it very thinly. Again, it's a question of texture. So I'm making 2 delicious salads. My bowls are pretty full with kale, but you'll see once we add dressing, it really goes down. So it's okay that they look like they're really full. So now to my bowls, I'm going to add the cabbage and the carrots. And I'm just gonna liberally go with a lot of cabbage and a lot of carrots, maybe a handful in each. Do the same thing with the other one. And now I want to make a dressing, and I like to make really simple dressings. So for these 2 salads, I have a beautiful organic lemon here, and when I do find organic lemons that have nice peel, I love to use the zest. So I'm going to zest the lemon directly on top of both salads because that's the best way to get all the nice essential oils that come out of that lemon. And it's such a little detail and you don't have to do it, but it does add a lot of taste. So it's very important when you're zesting your lemon to take the yellow part that's just on the surface. You don't want to go too deep. You don't want to get that white part of the skin because that part's really bitter. So I've just about zested pretty much my whole lemon, and now I'm going to use the juice. So I'm gonna cut it in 2, and I could make that dressing in a little bowl, but I think I'm just gonna take the easy way out and I'm gonna do it directly on top of both salads. I'm gonna use my hand like this just to make sure that I'm not getting the seeds in the salad. So here goes 1. And kale is one of those leafy greens that tastes a lot better if there's enough dressing. So a full half of a lemon for 1 salad I find is good. And then we're going to put olive oil. So I'm just going to do the second one here. And I'm going to add some olive oil. So I just drizzle it on top like that. I'm putting about 1 to 2 tablespoons per salad. And you can be the judge of that. Some people don't like to put too much olive oil. I personally like when there's enough. And now I'm going to mix it with my hands because kale is one of those leafy greens that just tastes so much better when the dressing is nicely massaged into it. And I could have grated some fresh garlic or even some fresh ginger. I didn't for this one, but definitely if you have those, they add a lot of taste as well. But we're good with our lemon zest. and you can always taste and adjust after. So I probably put a tablespoon and a half of olive oil in each. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more, you can do it, no problem. And now we want to season it. So it's important to add some nice freshly ground sea salt to both salads. Keep in mind that the nut parm that we're gonna put on top also is very salty, so you don't want to go overboard with the salt, but with the kale, again, it's really tasty to add salt. And I'm going to add some freshly ground pepper as well. And I forgot before to add some garlic powder to my vegan nut parm. Again, you don't have to. I'm putting approximately a quarter of a teaspoon, so it's like a little pinch, but it adds flavor. If you don't put it, it's not a big deal. So we're going to top both salads with chickpeas. So it depends how hungry you are, but let's say this is your meal. You can add half a cup to a full cup of chickpeas. I'm not going to measure it right now. I'm just going to put it on top. And I'm going to finish with the delicious nut parm. And we love this in our house here. So, I mean, the amount that I made with a third cup of pecans is good for, I would say, 2 salads. You could probably do 3 or even 4 salads, but we really love that topping, so I'm putting the whole thing in our 2 salads. So there you go. We have those 2 beautiful rainbow kale salads with chickpeas and vegan nut parm.